رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. Welcome guys to another session. Hope you guys had a blessed Eid, blessed Eid al-Adha. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from all of us, all of our good deeds and our sacrifice. Ameen. Bismillah ta'ala, today we're going to continue with what we've been learning. So last time we completed the numbers that was presented here, except for one of them, but we learned from 1 through 19. 1 through 19. Okay. So today let's do a quick review by seeing how much you guys remember of that by filling in the blanks here. Okay. So the shape of the letter is what's written below the lines right here. Okay. The shape of the letters are what's written below the lines. We did some of this last time, so some of it will probably be just review for you guys, but it'll be a good practice. So looks like we only have 3 of you guys here today. Maybe perhaps some of the other some of your other colleagues or classmates will probably join a bit later. Do you guys have any questions about these what we've taken so far before we get started? Great. So we'll start with Sister Bushra. Sister Bushra, can you please do this first one for us? This first one here for us, please.
أريد 5 من فضلك.
Ahsanti. Very good job. Brother Jay, can you please do this one?
أريد 9 من فضلك.
أريد 9 من فضلك. Very good job. Brother Thierno, can you do that third one for us, please? Brother Thierno, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear. Yeah, I missed last class. I was out of the country.
Okay, no problem.
For work.
Were you able to watch the video lesson to get a little bit updated on the numbers?
No, I came back last night.
Okay, no problem. Are you gonna be able to try this one or
no? Let me see.
So just keep in mind this one. I'll give you a little bit of hint. So you kind of got the hardest one today, because out of the numbers, so this number is not like the other number. This number is right in the original form is ithnan, right? So I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
Ithnan, but because of the position that is in here, it becomes ithnaini, right? It becomes ithnaini because of the position. Because remember, this is the muthanna. This is a dual tense word, right? So this doesn't really have fatha, dhamma, kasra, fathatan, dhammatan, kasratan, right? This has alif and noon and ya and noon, right? This becomes uridu, and I give you a hint, it's going to be with the ya noon. So how would it sound?
Uridu. Ithnai. Uridu.
You're going right.
أريد 2
أريد 2 من فضلك.
من فضلك.
نعم. أحسنت. Very good job. So I want you guys to pay attention to that as well, right? Remember the dual tense. Remember we said that the words, and that this was nothing that you have to know right now, but I gave you guys this just so you can understand, right? The 3 vowels generally a word ends with is fatha, right? Dhamma, or the kasra. That's for the mufrad and the jam. But when it comes to the muthanna, the dual tense, right, for something referring to 2 things, right? The dual. Remember, in Arabic language, we have a specific way to say 2, right? Those words have alif noon, or they end with ya and noon, right? So alif noon, or they end with ya and noon, right? Depending on the case ending. But you guys don't have to know about case endings right now, but I just want you guys to just have a brief understanding of that. Very good. Brother Colin, nice to see you again, brother. Please read this, do the 4th one for us, please.
It's أريد 4 من فضلك.
Ahsanta. Very nice. Very good. Sister Bushra, this next one again, please.
أريد 7 من فضلك.
أحسنت. Brother Jay.
أريد 10 من فضلك.
Okay, but just pay attention to the letter. So this one's not أريد but
نريد
نريد. Very
نريد
good.
10 من فضلك.
نريد 10 من فضلك. أحسنت. Very good. Brother Colin.
This one, نريد واحدا من فضلك.
نريد واحدا من فضلك. Very good. أحسنت. Very nice. And Brother Theo, this last one, please. نريد Brother Theo.
I was on mute. I was.
No problem.
نريد 8 من فضلك.
أحسنتم جميعا. All of you guys did really well. Wow. Very proud of you guys. Looks like you guys did some review. Alhamdulillah. Very nice. So I said that the last class we learned about, in addition to taking the vocabulary words, you guys learned how to count from 1 through 19, right? 1 through 19. In reality, what we guys want you guys to be able to do by the time you finish this level is be able to count from 1 to 100, okay? Be able to count from 1 to 100 without understanding at this point, because that's something you're going to learn, you're going to add upon it. So right now, we're just laying down a foundation. Don't worry about what we mentioned last time to you guys regarding, mudhakkar, mu'annath, masculine, feminine, right? If you guys understood that, then you guys are going to be ahead. But if you don't, no problem. Don't worry about also in regards to the word that comes after these numbers, right? The thing that you're actually counting, right? How it should be, what case ending. Don't worry about that right now. I just want you guys to be able to count from 1 to 100, wahid, ithnan. Remember, guys, it's not ithnain, but ithnan. واحد اثنان ثلاثة أربعة خمسة ستة all the way to 100. Okay. Now, today, what we're going to take is we're going to take a different type of number right now. Okay. So if we take a look here, and no problem, Brother Colin, for being late. No problem. So if we take a look here, I just saw your message in the chat. They added this one number here for you. عشرون. عشرون, and they put عشرون/عشرين. So this is very similar to اثنان and اثنين. It's the same thing. In this case here now, they're using the wow and they're using a ya, right? So the wow for عشرون is replacing the fatha, and the ya is replacing. I'm sorry. Let's just take a step back, just so you guys are. Let's take a step back. I want to confuse you guys. I made a mistake there, or a slip of the tongue. The wow is going to represent the dhamma, and the ya is going to take place of the fatha and the kasra. Okay, and that's in regards to these words here. So that's why you have عشرون and عشرين, right? Depending on the case ending, right? Because if you guys remember, for example, the word uridu, the word that comes after uridu will always end, depending on the type of word, it'll end in a fatha, or it's going to end in the fathatan, or depending if it's one of those types of words, if it's a dual tense word, it'll end in ya noon, or if it's one of these numbers, it'll end in have the ya, right? It'll have the ya. Okay. So if we take a look here, عشرون means 20. Okay. So there's a specific way to count from 20 to 99. 20 to 99. Okay. And it's not just one word, it'll be a multitude of words put together to achieve those numbers, for example, 21, 22, 23. But for today, right, because we're going to slowly build upon this weekly. We're going to take numbers weekly in addition to a few other things. But what we're going to, which is the vocabulary, but what we're also going to do is we're going to build upon these numbers. Okay, so let's go to the whiteboard. Let's go to the whiteboard. Like I said, I want you guys to be able to count from 1 to 100. That's going to be the goal, inshallah. Okay. And I'll type it in the group as well too, just because I know sometimes the writing on the screen isn't too clear. Okay, so we have عشرون, عشرون, which means 20, right? Which means 20, right? So if you go back to the book here, you would see that they wrote it like that for you. عشرون means 20, right? And they wrote it for you in Arabic and in English, okay? Now, what we're going to take here today is we're just going to take 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 90. As the ones that come in between, they require a bit more detail. So today, what you're just going to learn, you guys are just going to learn the numbers for 20, 30, 40, 60, all the way up to 90, inshallah. Okay, so let's go back to the whiteboard. Let's go back to the whiteboard, inshallah.
Excuse me, Ustad, can you let me in on my computer?
Yeah, no problem.
I'm trying to get in on the Zoom. Jazakallah khair.
All right. Okay, so we have عشرون. After عشرون, you're gonna have ثلاثون. ثلاثون. It's going to be 30. Remember that dot, that period, that dot means zeros. This is a 2 and a 0, so 20. 3 and a 0, 30. ثلاثون. Right? And you have أربعون. أربعون, which is 40. Okay, don't worry, you guys don't have to worry about writing it down right now. I'm gonna put it in the group for you as well. So I want you guys to pay attention. So don't worry if the writing is not too clear. If you're able to write it, alhamdulillah. If not, you guys can get the corrections in the group. Once we finish today's session, I'll put it in the group. So if you're 20, 30, 40, right? So that's 20, 30, 40. Okay. Then we have خمسون, which is 50. Then we have ست, and the pattern, the ta has a shadda. ستون, ستون, right? Which is 60. Then we have we have سبعون, which is 70, right? خمسون, 50. ستون, 70. I'm sorry, 60. سبعون, 70. Let's repeat it again. Sorry for slip the tongue. خمسون, 50. ستون, 60. سبعون is 70. We have ثمانون, which is 80. And last we have تسعون. تسعون, right? تسعون, which is 90. Okay. So let's go through it together, inshallah. So it's the Busra. So can you say them for me? So it's be عشرون. We'll say it together. عشرون, 20.
20.
ثلاثون is 30.
ثلاثون 30.
أربعون 40.
أربعون 40.
خمسون 50.
خمسون 50.
ستون 60.
ستون 60.
Remember, you guys had a shutdown, right? Very good. سبعون 70.
سبعون 70.
ثمانون 80.
ثمانون 80.
تسعون 90.
تسعون 90.
Very good. Now, does anybody have any questions regarding these numbers? I know it's not going to stick right away, but like I said, this is just how to count 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Next week, inshallah, we're going to show you guys how to count the numbers in between, like 21, 22, 23, 24, etc. Do you guys have any questions regarding these, right? If you notice, they're very similar to the other numbers, right? So ثمانون from ثمانية, تسعون from تسعة. So they're based off of those numbers. They come from those numbers, right? So it's very good. So what we're doing now,
Do we have to worry about the sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Brother Jay.
Do we have to worry about the masculinity of these numbers?
These numbers, no, these numbers stay the same all the time. It will always be ثمانون. You'll never have like ثمانون or تسعون with the ta or the n or anything like that. These numbers will always stay just like this, right? So like I said, for right now, at this stage where we're at, you guys don't have to focus on any of those things that I mentioned in that first class. I think I probably went a bit advanced in that class because you guys were advanced students, and I didn't realize that we were in the beginner session, right? But in the next level, inshallah, you guys will learn about all those things. Right now, all we want you guys to worry about is being able to count from 1 to 100, right? Don't worry about the number that comes after it. Don't worry about the masculinity and femininity. Just worry about kind of from 1 to 100, inshallah. Does that make sense, Brother Jay? Is that what you're asking about? If you have to worry about this number, like ثمانون, if the masculine of ثمانون and the feminine of ثمانون, for example?
Yes.
Okay,
Thank
yeah. So, yeah, no problem. So this word itself, there's no difference. It'll always be ثمانون, it'll always be تسعون, it'll always be عشرون. Those will never change. What's going to change, just since you asked to give you insight, is going to be like the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6, like 21, 22, 23. But this part of it will always be the same, which you'll see next week, inshallah. Okay, so last time we took this word already, shafa, which means, what does that mean, guys? What does that mean, Brother Colin? Shafa. Brother Colin? I'm seeing you unmuting yourself, but I'm not hearing anything from you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay, I said to cure.
To cure, yes, correct. Ahsanta. Very good. And we took these other words as well, right? So, for example, I'm going to block off the English because I haven't realized the English is right there. Like, for example, we took the word mustashfa. Can you tell us what the word mustashfa means in Arabic?
Hospital.
Hospital, very good. And this word shifa, Brother Jay, shifa.
It's cure, like a noun.
Like a noun, very good. It's like a verbal noun, right? So shifa. So shafa means to cure, and shifa can mean cure, like for example, the actual cure, or it can mean curing, right? For example, to actually do the action, but it's not connected to time or anything like that. It's just a noun. Very good. Ahsantum jami'an. So in addition to learning about numbers and building upon our vocabulary, right? You guys did some practice here, and I was very happy with that. You guys did, all of you did really well with taking the shapes of these numbers, right? The shapes and coming with the actual name. So very good, right? We want to build upon our vocabulary as well. So, and we want to actually also practice as well, right? So today we'll take these 4 words. So this verb طب, and as you guys notice, we've been taking the words generally in their past tense, right? They're in their ماضٍ, right? فعل ماضٍ, right? In their past tense, طب, which means to remedy, طب, right? And the word طب comes from this, right? طب with a shadda on the ba, طب, and the other one is طب, طب, right? It's a noun. So طب is a verb, which means to remedy, and طب is like a medicine, right? Medicine. And you have the bli, which means medical, right? So it's based off of those words. So they're all very similar, but you want to make sure that you pay attention. So طب is a verb, which means to remedy. طب the second word here is medicine, right? And B is like it's going to be attributing something. So, for example, somebody asked, "What college are you studying in?" Right? So you thought, "أدرس في كلية الطب," right? Which is B, the first one, the College of Medicine, and then this other one, B, is something you're attributing it to medicine, right? You're attributing it, so it's medical. Something that is like, for example, I'm trying to think of an example to give you guys of how to use this word B, which means medical. For example,
Is it like an adjective?
it's
Like
kind of like an
you-
adjective. There you go. It's kind of like an adjective. Very, 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 very good. Thanks for the call. It just couldn't come across my mind. So you'd use it as an adjective, like in the English language, use it as an adjective. So it'd be attributing this to something. So those are the 4 words today. So let's do some practice now with of these numbers that we've learned so far. So here you can see that they gave you guys the English and they want you to give us the Arabic. Okay. So there's 4 of you. So we'll start with Sister Bushra. Can you do number 1 first, please? And it says in English, I want 7, please. So how would you say that in Arabic?
أريد 7 من فضلك.
Very good. أريد 7 من فضلك. Very, very nice. Brother Colin, second one, please. I think we lost you again, Brother Colin, huh?
Oh, sorry, man. I told you my network is weird. أريد 4 من فضلك.
Very good. I'm very happy with you guys. Very pleased that you guys are able to come from the Arabic to English, English to Arabic. Very good. Shows me you guys have been practicing, alhamdulillah. Brother J, can you do this third one first, please? Brother J?
نريد 8 من فضلك.
نريد. Very good. Very good observation there too. We. نريد 8 من فضلك. Very good. And the last one, please, Brother Thierno.
نريد 3 من فضلك.
Very close. but نريد 3 من فضلك. Not 3 و3.
ثلاثة
نريد
3
3.
من فضلك.
أحسنت. Very good.
نريد 3 من فضلك.
أحسنتم. Very good. So for your homework, guys, I want you guys to do this portion right here on this page here. This is page 14, which is to write your number, or anybody. It doesn't have to be anybody. It doesn't have to be a real number. You don't have to give us your actual number, but write a phone number. So you're writing 2 phone numbers, maybe for 2 businesses. Maybe just go on Google, find 2 businesses, and just write their phone numbers here for us, right? With the area code and then the numbers that come after it, inshallah. So to be able to write it in these 2 places. So the area code goes in these parentheses, and then the rest of the numbers come here. So each of you will do that 2 numbers. Is that clear?
Yes.
It's here.
Okay, very good. Okay, so what we're going to end with today as well is, because I don't want to go too crazy with the numbers. I know there are a lot. So we're going to end today with learning or introducing alwan, right? Al-alwan. Al-alwan means the colors, right? Al-alwan is a plural word, right? Jamr. It comes from the word lawnun. Lawnun. Law with a fatha, with a waw, with a sukun. Law, nun, which just means color, right? A singular, right? So that's going to be lawnun. Lawnun, which means color. Then we have the plural that they brought here, al-alwan, right? And the reason they put al there because we're referring to something specific. We're not just referring to colors or the colors, right? The colors. You guys remember the difference between alwanun, the tanween, and al-alwanu? Do you guys remember that? One is definite and one is indefinite. Is that clear, everyone?
All good.
Okay, great. So the colors here today we have here, they wrote them around this. Does anyone know what this is called? I don't even know what this is called in English. This thing that they put the colors on.
Like a palette, I think.
A palette. Okay, great. Yeah. So they put the colors on a palette. Okay, so we'll start here with this first one, which is ahmar, right? And they usually don't put the vowels. I don't know why, but I'll give it to you guys right now so you can fill it in your book. The hamza has a fatha. The ha has a sukoon. The meme has a fatha. And the ra has a dhamma. Just a dhamma, not tanween, okay? Just a dhamma. So put that in, very, very specific. It'll be called ahmaru. Ahmaru with a dhamma. No tanween, just a dhamma. Ahmaru. And this is red. Red. The next one, right after it, they have zahri, right? But a more common one that you guys will see will be wardiyun, right? Which comes from the word ward, which you guys have learned previously, which means a rose, right? And they add this here, wardiyun, right? Which means pink. Or you can use what they have here, zahriyun, which means pink. Okay, but I said more commonly wardiyun, which is pink. So this word, zahriyun, is a zai with a fatha, a ha with a sukoon, ra with a kasra, and the ya has a shadda with tanween, with a dhamma. So zahriyun, wardiyun, which means pink, right? Which means pink. Then we have abyadu. Abyadu. It has fatha, a, ba with a sukoon, ab, ya with a fatha, and then wad with just a dhamma, no tanween. Abyadu, abyadu, which means white, which means white.
Abyadu.
Very good.
Abyadu.
Yeah, with a ba, with a ba brother thing, you know, ab. Abyadu. Very good.
Abyadu.
This next word we have here is ramadiyun. Ramadiyun. So ra with a fatha, meme with a fatha and an alif, so it becomes an elongated sound. Rama, the dal with a kasra, di, ya with a shadda and tanween. Ramadiyun. Ramadiyun. Right, so this is going to be, which means gray. Gray. The next one we have here is bunniyun. Bunniyun. Ba with a dhamma, bu. Noon with a shadda and a kasra, bunni. Ya with a shadda and tanween. So it'll be bunniyun, which means brown. Which means brown. Scroll down just a little bit so we can get to these other ones. Then we have, I'm sure all of you guys probably heard this one as well, aswad. I think the most common colors you guys probably hear is abyad and aswad, white and black, right? So this letter here, this word here, aswadu, pay attention. Hamza with a fatha, sin with a sukoon, waw with a fatha, and the dal just has a dhamma. Aswadu, which means black. We're going to skip this one for right now because it's not actually a color. So we'll skip that one for right now. The next one we have here is going to be ikhbaru. Hamza with a fatha, kha with a sukoon, dad with a fatha, and ra with a dhamma, which means green. Ikhbaru, which means green. Okay. Then we have isfaru. Hamza with a fatha, a, صاد with a sukoon, else, fa with a fatha, fa, ra with a dhamma. Isfaru. Hamza, fatha, صاد, sukoon, fa, fatha, and ra with a dhamma. Isfaru. Just a dhamma, pay attention, right? Not tanween. Then we have azraqu. Hamza with a fatha, zai with a sukoon, az, ra with a fatha, and the qaf with just a dhamma. Azraqu, which means blue, which means blue, like the sama, like the sky. And lastly, the last one they brought here will be burtuqaliyun. برتقالي. Ba with a dhamma, bu. Ra with a sukun, bur. Ta with a dhamma, tu. Qaf with a fatha, qa. And an alif, so it becomes a stretch. برتقال. Lam with a kasra, li. And ya with a shadda and 10 wings. So برتقالي, برتقالي, which is going to be orange, which is going to mean orange. Okay. So far today we did numbers, 20 through 90. We did the colors. We took a few vocabulary, these vocabulary words here. And for homework is going to be page, this is page 16 as well. So in addition to homework being on page 14, filling in the phone numbers, on page 16 here, identify the 2 or 3 dominant colors in the flag below. Okay, so for example, we'll do the first one together. Right, so Sister Bushra, can you tell me one of the colors that's on this and in the Arabic and the English, please?
Red, ahmarun.
Very good, ahmaru, very good. Brother Colin, can you tell me another color here, please? In the Arabic and the English, in this circled flag.
Aswadu, that's black.
Very good, black. But try not to stretch the vowel, right? It's not aswadu, but aswadu.
Aswadu.
Very good. Black, very good. And Brother Jay, can you tell us another color on this flag?
White, abiyad.
Very good. Abyadu. Very good. So for the remainder now, these 4 and these here, I want you guys to do the same thing to extract 2 or 3 of the dominant colors. 2 or 3 of the dominant colors. Okay. And I know these past 2 classes, they've been a bit short, but I rather you guys have the quality more than the quantity, right? And it's about consistency as well, right? So we don't want to overwhelm you. You guys learned quite a bit today, right? So you did numbers 20 through 90. You also learned a few vocabulary words, and you also learned colors, which is more vocabulary, right? And you have 2 homeworks to do. You have page 14 to fill in the blank for a phone number, page 16 here to fill in the blank with the 2 or 3 dominant colors, right? So you guys notice in this level here, we're not really taking any practice regarding, sentences, any grammatical things, like grammatical positions of words and things like that. This level is getting you prepared for the other levels because, a lot of courses, they give you a lot of grammar, but then after that, you have nothing to use with those grammars because you have no vocabulary. So we're trying to stuff you guys full with vocabulary. So when you guys get to the next level, inshallah, which is the next level right after this, and you start learning how to construct sentences, the different portions of a sentence, you have words to use for that. Does that make sense for you guys? I know this might get a little boring for you guys, just taking vocabulary, but when you get to that point, you'll see how important it is to memorize all of these things, to know numbers, to know colors, to know question tools, and all other vocabulary words that we've been taking. So are there any questions, guys, on anything that we've taken thus far from the beginning of the level up until this point? Anything, any questions you guys may have regarding homework, anything like that?
Do you still want us to, for homework, just write down all the new words?
The vocabulary words, yes. That's going to help it to stick in your memory, inshallah.
Go ahead.
Amin wa yak. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions? Good. So we'll end here today, inshallah. And like I said, next class, we're going to add upon those numbers, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. We'll add upon those numbers. So this is our 6th class, because remember, we missed one. So we still have quite a few more classes to go, alhamdulillah. So we'll see you guys next week, inshallah. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala nabiyyina Muhammad. Wa akhiru da'wana and alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.